Well, hello everybody. How's it going again? This chainsaw, yeah. Things are looking real fucked up out there, ain't they? Man, I'm telling you. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, you're going pretty far when you're like calling yourself Jesus and shit. I mean, yeah. I don't think anybody could have screwed him better than himself. I don't know. That's all I gotta say about that. But no, he's not the Antichrist. He's too fucking dumb to be the Antichrist. How about that? Because, you know, that shit is gonna be a brainiac or made by a brainiac. You know that. Look at all these billionaires. Bezos, Musk, you know. I don't think it'd be Musk, but Bezos, Gates, that guy trying to get us all set up on these damn AI towers and shit, and like, they take fresh water. They run off of fresh water and electricity. What kind of shit is that? Oh yeah, my fellow Texans. Just think about that. And I think they may be doing it around here too. I'm not even kidding. I know a lot of it's gonna be like probably close to Dallas. You know, the same place where the Shiite Muslims are trying to start their crap. Same place. Hey, they can have it, man. I mean, if they're going to be putting that AI crap. But I'm telling you, man, if everybody in Texas gets together and gets all of our friends to believe the same way we may all be different in our own ways. But I'm going to tell you something. I ain't religious no more. Screw religion. Man-made religion. Jesus is Christianity. Plain and simple. Because, now, you know, I was born a Baptist. And hell, been to a bunch of Baptist church. Some of them were okay, some of them wasn't. I mean, but I'm going to tell you something. When you have something to say, and you hardly ever speak in church, and this is after you become an adult, and they still tell you to sit down and shut up, yeah, you might know more than they do. You might know something. And that's when I walked away. And then this guy comes in, I mean, you know, at my church, I like walked away forever. I was like, that's it, I'm done. And then, I mean, you know if you're following the right way or not. Let me tell you something. You're following the right way, devil's gonna fuck with you all day. Evil, okay, and if you're an atheist, evil is gonna fuck with you 24/7. That's what it's like being a true blue Christian. You don't have to be religious. Hell, just believe in Jesus. Hell, man, why do you think he died for us? Like the Father, like the Son. You know that saying? Put them together. Yeah. God is Jesus' Father. and Jesus is God's son. Yeah. So you know what that means? And he rose from the dead. You know? So, I mean, like I said, if you're an atheist, just, hey, whatever you want to believe, man, but I'm going to tell you right now, you better side with us, because if you don't, you're going to be screwed like everybody else. Because we're all going to be screwed. We're going to suffer through it too. I mean, the shit's here. I mean, they're not even scared to walk around being the way they are anymore. Think about that. I remember the 80s when they'd always tell us, oh yeah, heavy metal's evil. Not all of it is. Actually, some of it's not. And I do know this because I have been in death metal band. And I do listen to some death metal. And if you just read the lyrics, hell, go read the lyrics. You can look them up on computers now. Nothing, I mean, some of them, nothing has to do with, oh, sell your soul to the devil. You want to hear that crap, go listen to Venom. They were like the godfathers of Satan rock, okay? And then it just gets even darker after that. I mean, Mayhem. And then after Mayhem, oh God, you don't even want to go there. Those are the crazy bands. But most of them ain't even from here. They're from like Norway, Sweden, places like that. They really get into their stuff. But just letting you know, there's a lot been going on the whole time. Whole time, man. Hell, way before us, they were just still hiding it. They were still, but guess what? I'm a Generation Xer. So guess what? You couldn't fool me, because you know what? You know what they did when they created Generation X? They screwed the hell up, because yeah, something ain't right about this shit. I mean, it's like it's like being born from your mom, and then some other ladies on you, and you never see your mom again, you know. Yeah. That's why kids always like, you notice how some adopted kids, they still know, hey, something's not right. And, their adopted parents end up telling them, well, yeah, you were adopted. I always figured, something was missing. Well, that's what they did when they created us. We were the little guinea pig. Hey, let's see what kind of crap, let's see what kind of shit we can pour on them. Hell, let's just tell them, oh yeah, go ahead, do that. Oh yeah, I remember the don't do drugs crap and all that shit. Yeah, well, it's a bunch of scam. It was a scam. All that crap is just to make themselves look good in public to the parents. Which, man, I think it's time for us Gen Xers and millennials, which is Gen Ys, and we need to get the help. We need to get with Gen Z and try and figure out what the hell got fucked up. I mean, hell, man, I know there's bad people in every generation, trust me. Mine had a fair share. Oh hell. But like I'm more of a middle Gen Xer. I'm like stuck in the middle. So, because Generation X goes all the way back to 1965, I believe. So, but yeah, man, we all need to get together. I mean, we need to pull our heads together. Because, yeah, shit's starting to look starting to look pretty crazy out there. I mean, hell, I know, now, I don't know which part everybody is in Texas that's on here with me, but, yeah, where I live, water's under the ground. Yeah, so if you see, like, people, like, drilling, but they're not drilling for oil or something like that, close to your neighborhood, and then all of a sudden you start seeing, like, big old exhaust hoses, like, you know, pumping exhaust that they crank to run off of gas. They're real big, they got real big industrial ones, man. Seen them. Hell, I seen one down my road not too long ago. About a couple years ago. And I didn't even start to think, what the hell is that? And then I thought about it. They're drilling for oil, like, pretty close to me. In between me and Huntington. All I know is, they had those big pumps. And, pond pump. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But this sucker was industrial. I mean, this is what they use in the oil field. So, if you see one of those and you don't see like an oil derrick getting built or something, they're coming for your water. They're coming for water, everything. Because if you hadn't noticed, San Antonio just grew really, really, really big. Water's starting to shorten. And now this AI place is supposed to be putting, like, I don't know how many of them places in Texas. I don't remember voting for this shit, do you? Y'all remember our government telling us this shit? Yeah, Texas is pretty damn shady too. All these damn states, dude, they're shady. And you gotta remember, man, if they're doing that shit up there in the White House, what the hell do you think they're doing in your state? I mean, where do you think these people start? Governor, lieutenant governor, whatever the hell, you name it. I think Texas is like second. We're like second biggest house in freaking state. I mean, that's crazy. Alaska's the biggest state, but they don't have as many people because if they have a lot of people, it's just mostly in Anchorage and Juneau, places like that. But all the rest of Alaska is ice, man. I know. I got a friend that lives there right now. How's it going, brother? Shout out to my brother Craig. What's up? He's in Alaska. He lives there. He lives off the grid, though. I mean, he's like kind of off on grid. Yeah, you ever seen the show where the people live in Alaska and they build their own house and stuff? Yeah, he does that. And he's a little older than me, so. But, nah, man. Shit. That's my brother right there. I miss you, bro. Yeah. I don't know through all this shit, man. I don't know if we're ever going to see each other again, flesh and blood or not. We'll have to see about all that. All this crazy shit going on. Oh, evidently there's been a volcano going on. You know the big volcano in Japan? Yeah, that sucker's going off right now. More earthquakes. Diverse places. Where's that come from? Think about it. The Bible. There will be lots of earthquakes in diverse places. Yeah, like the middle of the ocean, that kind of shit. And even though the earthquake may not hit you, guess what will? The typhoon. Yep. U.S. might actually see something that only places like, the East and, the islands, the Hawaiians and all them, we might end up seeing one of those. Japan, the typhoons, tsunamis, all that shit. Oh yeah, it's gonna be crazy, man. I can't wait. I just happen to be in the right place. Because I've been looking at I've been gauging it out. How things look. And let me just say, now I know why my ears ring all the time because I got, PTSD. And more like shell shock. You know what? I kind of think shell shock's a little bit different from PTSD. I do have PTSD, but I do notice a difference. Like, just a little sound, man, my ear will be like, tonight it's like hell. I've been like that since I was a baby. When I was in the hospital and I was born, I was in my incubator and the incubator hose blew up. It started blowing up like a balloon. And I couldn't breathe because there's no air. And they said, I think it was my dad. My dad was like saying, you gotta do something. The damn hose is blowing up on my son's incubator, man. So they just changed the hose. What kind of dumbass does that? And my buddies at work, my plumber buddies, y'all know what that fucking means. Yeah, it ain't no hose. I mean, a damn plumber could have fixed this shit. No, they just have some maintenance dude come in there and he just throws another hose on it. And then turns it up full blast. And walks out. So then it blew up even higher and then it busted. So I have had traumatic shell shock since I was a newborn. And they wondered why I had so many learning issues in school. Hell, all I know one thing, it seems like, I don't know, it's like God gives you these little weird gifts, I'm going to say Jesus, our Father in heaven, because, yeah, that's all I do. But it's like you get these little gifts. I mean, something traumatic happens to you, and then all of a sudden you got these gifts. Mine happened when I was born. I mean, right after I was a newborn. So, I can't go back there. I can't go back. But, it's like, and then I started noticing things when I was a kid. If I'd go to somebody's door, even if there wasn't a car or nothing else, I would know if they were home. It's like this electrical feeling. And I could just hear buzzing in my ear. It's like it has a different frequency when somebody, if you grow up with this crap and you have to live with it all your life, and they just keep saying, oh, we don't know what's wrong. Yeah, that's how it was growing up as an extra. Suck. They were just learning stuff and like, I don't know what's wrong with your kid's ears. He can hear. So, but I was a baby, so I couldn't tell him, hey, I'm hearing ringing in them. And then they said, well, he just has slight swelling in them. Yeah. I think, old red incubator hose. Yeah, that'll do that. Blowing up beside your head when you're like an infant. Yeah, that could probably fuck you up. Just a little bit. That ain't all crazy though. Nah, but we all need to get together, man. As Texans, I'm serious as shit. We need to march down to that goddamn place, all of us, and say, hey man, I ain't part of this shit. Oh yeah, and by the way, how do y'all like Sharia law being in Texas? What do you think about that? I ain't got no. I'm gonna, even my brothers that, I know how some of you think, but listen, last thing we need to think about right now is color, any of that kind of stuff. All of us need together, all us Gen Xers, because I have black friends too, I have Hispanic friends, I have Indian friends, I mean, I got all kinds of friends. I got friends all over the damn world. But anyway, just can't find half of them because the area code changed. Like, golly, man, back in 2000, I think. And after that, area code changed. Couldn't call any of them anymore. All their area codes changed. Tell me that ain't weird. All at the same time. My friend in Japan, my friend in Sweden. I mean, cut off, man. My friend in Australia, I mean, no. It's crazy. It makes you wonder, man. They've been doing this shit a long time. I'll put it this way. Before there was electricity, before the independence, oh yeah, this shit started all the way back. All the way back to the east, man. Before we even knew about Native Americans. Yep. And the only reason that we call Mexicans is because the Spaniards came in and like killed the people that were over them back then. So actually, they're kind of Native American, man. But like I said, Spain. I'm gonna tell you, man, this shit is everywhere. Now the King James Bible it's all well and good. But you gotta remember, they didn't know some of the words they were recording. So it didn't come out right. I mean, I had to learn this myself. I had to watch so much stuff, so many documentaries, how to understand Greek, how to look the word up, but that's easy now. I mean, got the computers. Dexius, you know 666 in the Bible? Dexius. Let me tell you something. 666 ain't a number. Guess what it is? It looks just like that. 2 bent swords at the ends. Coming together like that. The crescent moon over here, a crescent moon over here, and 2 wiggly lines, one down this side, one down this side. Yeah. So, not only is Benjamin Netanyahu screwing us pretty hard, he don't give a shit about us. I don't even think he gives a shit about them people. He's just putting himself in a safe place. But the other side, Iran, yeah, look what they do to their people. They ain't good either. But, yeah, to start a war, I mean, man, we got enough shit going on. I mean, I thought you were just gonna, I understand trying to destroy the nuclear weapons and all that shit. If you even hit it, man. Because, I don't know, wouldn't there be a lot of nuclear gas and shit all around if they hit it? I mean, think about it. Anything with like tons of nuclear plasma and shit in there, if you blow it up, if it does get blown up or whatever, that shit will spray radiation everywhere. That's no lie. I mean, if you think I'm kidding, go look up all these old stories. I mean, hell, they used to think radiation was a cure for everything. Everything. My uncle had psoriasis. Just a little bit of it, right? And my grandpa was a World War II vet. And, well, no, he was still in the war. No. Yeah, he went to South Korea. He might have been in South Korea. I don't remember. But, so, you know, my grandpa took him to the military doctor. Oh, we got something that'll fix that up right up. There's this new thing called radiation. Just spread it all over. Guess what? Next thing you know, all over his body. Head to toe. Yeah. That's what a military... Hey, man. No, that's what the brainiacs do, man. Most of the people you'll never meet. You'll never see these guys. The guys that come up with these things, yeah, they're special. You'll never hear about who they are. They won't ever let that leak. I mean, that's like leaking what aliens really are, right? Because I'm going to tell you, I don't think they're aliens, man. And I've thought this a long time. You can ask all my friends. I thought it before I was getting on here. Before I was getting on the computer, period. I said, I don't think they're aliens, man. I think they're demons. Or fallen angels. Because you gotta remember, God destroyed. He destroyed the earth with the flood. Noah and all that, right? I know, some of you don't believe, but just hear me out. They still exist. That's like the Nephilim. Those were the giants. The Nephilim, when they died, they became demons. And their creators were the Watchers, I call them fallen angels. But you know what they're really called in the Bible? They're called the sons of God. That's what they're called in the Bible, I think. I think it's in the King James Version. I stock up on material, so I'm always reading stuff on this stuff. You know what? It's like I got a lot, maybe not smart, maybe wiser, the older I've got. I used to live fast, die. That's how I lived. And I'm still here. Again, I did get saved when I was 7. But, it's like I said, that's just like the parable. I just learned about this today. The parable about casting your seeds to this side, that side, and some will fall on the rocky ground, some will fall on rough ground, and some will fall on the good ground. Some will be scattered and eaten by the birds. Remember all that? Okay. Here's the thing. This is what that means. You want to know why it's confusing? It should be confusing. You know why? That's not really because you know how we were taught it? Well, if you do any of these three, you're bad. But you gotta follow on it. No, that's not what it means. So, like I said, it goes to the Greek text again. The Greek text. And if you read it in Greek, or if you got a really good interpreter that can interpretate it the way it's meant to sound, this is what that story is really about. Every seed grew something except for the ones that got ate by the birds. Just remember that. Every seed grew something except the ones that got ate by the birds and the animals. You know what that means? There's 3 different kinds of people, man. Some fall in the good ground. Some fall in the thorny ground. In the bad soil. And some fall in the thorny soil. But guess what? They all still grew something, didn't they? Ah! Hey. I'm not kidding you. Y'all need to go read the Book of Enoch. You can find that. You might can find something on the Ethiopian Bible. Hell, you can probably find it online. I haven't went to look yet. I wanted to get a book. Because I like reading out of books better. I don't like reading online and shit, man. I ain't like y'all. I'm like, yeah! And then my eyes get all fucked up and jittery. Hell, I got enough health problems. I don't need eye problems. It's all I can do just to get on there and trying to talk to my son or some of y'all, like my video is cool, but like typing and stuff, yeah, not really for it. What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, if you got me on Facebook, you want me to share any of your stuff, hell, just hit me up, let me know. I'll share whatever you want me to share. I'll share it with my other friends that y'all might not know, I'll just share everything. Like I said, I mainly got on here to talk to my son, and I said, you know what, wait a minute. I can throw my country ass voice out there. I mean, maybe, because, tell you the truth, y'all, a lot of churches, not all of them, I'm not saying that a lot of them, man, I don't know, the teachers are just misinformed. You really gotta read into this crap. Like this shit going on right now, this ain't the end. And Trump ain't the damn, no. The devil, the evil forces are throwing us off, okay? They're doing this on purpose. Because we're still, I don't care what happens with Iran in America, we're still going to be here. Bad news, but we are. Because guess what? The two witnesses hasn't shown up. If you know the Bible like I know, the two witnesses still haven't shown up. Jesus Christ, and I'm just going to tell you, the big places, that's where they are. Some of your real big places, if you know what I mean. Superdome churches, stuff like that. Don't let them fool you, man. Oh yeah, by the way, quit tithing. Only tithe if it's for the betterment of your church, or if it's for the benefit of someone that's in need. And you don't even have to be in. That's how easy tithe. You know what? Did you know they added that in there? Tithe to the church. They added that in there. I'm telling you, if you go look up the Ethiopian Bible, and you go read the same book written in their language, it don't say that. It says, be kind to your neighbors, and it says to help the needy. Yeah. Trip, huh? That means if you help somebody on the street, you just tithed. You give somebody $5, $10 for gas, you just tithed. You buy them some groceries because they need food, you just tithed, man. That's working. That's working through the Spirit. I'm a spiritualist now. I consider myself a Christian. A lot of people would beg to differ, but you know what? When you find out all these different religions have been doing all this shit behind the screens, you gotta read between the lines, man. You gotta read between the fucking lines, man. Read between the fucking lines. If you can read between the lines, then you'll be number one. Number one, baby. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that was a bad thing back then, but then all of a sudden it became cool. Flipping the bird's like a cool thing now. But, I thought, I'm so screwed up. Hell, I mean, man, I've been through so many accidents and so much turmoil. I'm like, shit. Hit me with a Mack truck. I'll live through it. Well, didn't get hit by a Mack truck, but got it. I hit something else. Fucking deer. And high blood sugar. Yeah. I got that fixed now. I mean, sucks. But, yep. Wasn't even messed up. I was just, my blood sugar was running rampant. But, yeah, it sucks. But then I just decided, you know what? Good God, man, you know, God had to put me here for something. And I just kept asking God. I said, okay, I got saved when I was 7, so what am I still doing here? I mean, because almost all my kin folks are gone. I mean, hell, it's me and my son, and my mom and my stepdad, that's it. Now, I mean, they only live like 10 miles down the road from me, so that's cool. I mean, now, if you live in Houston or something, that's a whole different 10 miles, man. Our 10 miles is like, real quick, I just put lots of trees, and when I go to see my son, still more trees, and houses in between trees. So, yeah, you live in a big city. I've done that too. I lived in Houston, called Houston my home for almost 3 years, and that's where I got injured. And had my son 2 weeks before I got hurt on the job. Sucks. So the whole time, man, the whole time he was growing, I got to be there. But you know what, son? Daddy can't, well, Daddy can walk now. But, I mean, that first back surgery, it did okay. And then that second one, man, it just tore me up. But, oh yeah, man. And then I got this, they say that people that work a lot and are on their feet all the time get it. And then, like, you know, in my case, but it just hit me like, well, no, not just hit me. It hit me like 4 months ago. It's this shit called lymphedema. And I got it all over my leg. I mean, at first, my legs just turned red. Then next thing I know, like, all around my legs, man, all my lymph nodes just blew up with, like, fluid. Yeah, it was pretty freaky looking. Looked like something out of a damn horror movie. So I'm sitting there with my legs looking like they got gangrene. I mean, man, because your insurance don't pay for this shit. Ain't that some shit? So my Medicare wouldn't pay for it. Nothing to pay for it. You gotta pay that shit out of pocket. And when I figured out what they were doing, I said, well, shit, I'll just do that at home. You know? And, because, well, I won't say it, but anyway, I'm just gonna tell you right now, yeah, There's certain foreign doctors I don't fuck with. Certain ones. No, I don't mean born here. You know what I'm saying? Go ask the guy that did my second surgery. Yeah, that son of a bitch. He couldn't even tell me what he did to my back. And I already knew what the first couple of things were wrong with my back. Duh, I already had another surgery, dumbass. But yeah. So, us Gen Xers, we need to get together with the millennials. We need to figure this shit out. And we need to get together with Gen Z, our kids. Most of us, our kids, is Gen Z. And we gotta figure something out. Because, man, it ain't looking good. It ain't looking good. And I'm sorry, but y'all, we're gonna have to go somewhere else besides a man or a person, period, to tell us about any of this. 'Cause they don't even know. They don't even know. You think all that shit on TV was fake? You think all the shit you're hearing on the internet is fake? I'm gonna tell you something. I used to see shit when I was a kid. You know, when I got saved when I was 7 years old, I quit having the nightmares. I quit seeing the demons. And I watched horror movies all the time after that. My dad was a big horror movie fan. And I went to church every Sunday. And I did learn. But then when I'd ask, when I got a little older, I'd go, why doesn't this make sense? It confused me when I was a kid. Can you explain it? And they try to explain. I'm like, yeah, but I don't know. That don't sound right. Oh yeah, by the way, another good one for you. When it says, if someone offends you, just turn the other cheek. That don't mean letting them knock the living shit out of you. Because guess what? They screwed that up too. You know what it means? Don't get tense. This is what it's originally supposed to say in that spot. In Jesus' words now, in Greek, because that's what it was originally wrote in. Don't tense up. Lay loose. So if they do hit you, it doesn't hurt as bad. But when it says turn the other cheek, dodge. Dodge. Let's say you're coming up like a boxer, right? Your right's facing my left. My right's facing your left. Anybody in the military knows this. Okay. Whichever way you fight, this way, it doesn't matter. This is what matters. Freaking Jesus is teaching you Kung Fu, man. Yeah. He's like, dodge that sucker. Turn the other cheek. That means move your head. Swivel that son of a bitch. Swivel that motherfucker out of the way so you don't get hit upside your damn head. And if you do get a hit upside your damn head, you got Jesus' right to hit them back. Ain't that cool? You know what? And a lot of this does go into martial arts, because I was in MMA. And I mean, when I read this shit, and I had the Greek Meaning, I had the Greek word, and they dissect it, and they basically made, I'm going to say they made it into, slang. We spit slang a lot. So, I understood it. And I was like, whoa. So, this is kind of like martial arts. You know how most martial arts say, don't ever use it as an offense, use it as a defense? Guess what? Because back then, they really didn't want to get in a damn fight. Hell no. Nobody, hey, only crazy fuckers like war. Iran thinks the 12th Imam's coming back, if you know what that means. If you've never heard of that, then I just taught you something. Guess who the 12th Imam is? That is your Antichrist. That's your Antichrist. But here's the thing. It doesn't say where he's coming from. But it will be the Middle East. I guarantee you that shit. It ain't happening in America. We're either gonna be cut off or blown the fuck away. Cause you know what we are? New Babylon. We're New Babylon. Not because of what we did. Because y'all don't even know. We didn't even know about this crap growing up. This shit just got sprang on us. Bohemian Grove, that shit's real. I knew about that shit before Alex was talking about it. Always heard stories. You know who used to hang out at Bohemian Grove? What was one of the books y'all had to read in school? Was any of them by Mark Twain? He's a Bohemian Grove member. You know what Bohemian Grove is? The big Tweety Owl out in the woods, California, out by Hollywood. That's a real thing, dude. It's not a lie. I shit you not. You know Weinstein? He's a part of it. Look where he is. Presidents. Yes, presidents are part of it. I don't know about Trump. Maybe he was. I don't know. But I know from Barack all the way back to whenever this shit began, that's how many presidents were members. How about that shit? And vice presidents. And movie stars. And yeah, real Satanists. Real ones. Occultists out the ass. And let me put it to you this way. Epstein was there too. How about that shit in our backyard that whole time? Over in Cali. Over out in some woods. Oh yeah, man. Why do you think you see so many independent films now? Because a lot of these people wake up and they go, "Hey man, I don't want to be part of y'all shit. I gotta do what? Huh? To a what? Yeah. It says sick. Remember that Epstein shit? Drinking grape soda and eating pizza. Good. Yeah. That's what they mean, baby. So what y'all think about that? By the way, I hope everybody had a nice 420, those who will partake. I get to partake because I'm sick. Really? Never liked weed. Never. Never smoked weed. And then all this shit happened in my head. And then my son said, "Hey Dad, I think I know what the problem is." "What?" "It's not the weed, it's the kind." And he goes, I think it'd be good for your head." I said, "You think so?" He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "I read about it." So I go, "Okay, I'll try it." Damn, it was right. He was right. The only time I ever smoked is with the Biker Brothers. And that's because they had their own kind of stuff. And when you hang out with bikers, you better partake. Even if you don't want to. Now, I hadn't seen none of my bikers. Hell, most of them are dead now, probably. I mean, you know, I'm friends with their sons and stuff. You know, I mean, you can't do that kind of stuff forever, man. I mean, shit, it kills you. And I mean, you can't make money doing it. If you're a biker, you got to get a job. You can pretty much go at your own pace. And because, yeah, but hell, all my biker friends, shit, most of them reformed now. You know, hell, they go to church and stuff. Got saved. Some of them just got old. You know, disabled. Some of them died. Starting to see a lot less of them. That's all I know. And there isn't most of them are like me, man. Like, if they're Generation X or older, yeah, you ain't gonna catch them on here. That's for damn sure. Yeah. No. They'll get somebody to do it for them, but they ain't getting on there. Alright, we're throwing a bash. Come here. But yeah, man. But y'all take care of everybody. Take care of yourself. And I'm serious, man. Gen X, Gen Y, we all need to get together in your communities. Hell, we all need to meet up one day. Set a date. And I'm talking to everybody in Texas, man. Anybody that hears this mother. We need to get together. We need to get in our own damn capital, and we need to say, why the hell are you letting these goddamn bastards try to come to my state saying, oh, let's make a Sharia law. Well, you can't do that. You know what? Because there's only one law in this fucking place. That's what I thought. And that's the law. Yeah. Every state's got different ones. But the one damn thing we all have, at least I thought we did, you can believe any religion you want to, but you cannot attack others for the way they believe. Ain't that what the country was founded on? Then what the fuck is going on? Why does it look like little Sudan and fucking Houston now? What is up with that shit? God dang, I don't know. Dallas is the worst place. Around Dallas, Fort Worth, dude. Hey, they're moving all over there, baby. Guess what they're planning on doing? They're gonna build their own place. You know, a gated community. But they're gonna go by their own religion. And they're gonna have their own. I mean, homeschooling, that's one thing. Yeah, you get a bunch of people behind the gate. That's just another cult, babe. That's all I gotta say. That's like the goddamn. And hey, no, I ain't talking about guns and all that, y'all. I'm talking about, you might want to go get a gun after you hear this. Probably gonna need one. Because this shit's just all whacked out. Because there ain't no telling what's coming. We're all black, white, Hispanic, Asian, don't matter. Middle Eastern, don't matter. It don't matter if you're good or bad. Do you think they're gonna care? No. They're doing to us what they're doing over in the UK right now. And ain't nobody saying shit about it. It's just like the Epstein files. It's like everybody's going, what are you gonna do about it? Motherfucker still ain't doing nothing about it. I guarantee you, he'll tell us about the UFOs before he tells us about those things. Bibi Netanyahu's got something on you. We know. And by the way, my last job, this guy, vice president of the company, same fucker got me hurt. Walking around always, give me the sanitizer, walking around with a suit and tie. God, that's disgusting. Dude, then why didn't you become a janitor? You could be the vice president of janitors. How about that shit, fucker? And then the motherfucker go blame shit on everybody. Like all the upper people. That's the same thing this fucker is. That's what it turned out to be, ain't it? A neat freak with a complex, and you gotta kiss his ass to make him like you. Well, somebody does like him enough to kiss his ass, and they're the same people that's running the government. Oh, it ain't him, y'all. He's just a pawn in this game. See, that's the problem. That's what's wrong with Washington. Yeah, you throw somebody in there that's not a politician, everything's gonna be alright? Nah. They come back worse than they were. Happens every time! Happens every time! They do. Oh, just go look, man. I'm sure you can find shit about any of them. Now that the Epstein files, and if you haven't read the Epstein files, I found a couple places where you can, because they fucked up when they redacted everything with that black fucking marker or whatever they used. And guess what? Somebody smarter than they are learned how to move that shit out of the way. Now, they couldn't do it on all of it, but they got most of it. And, they got enough to horrify the living shit out of America. Now, I don't know why people aren't shaking up over it, because we gotta live through this shit. Yeah. You remember how Paul and Peter, John the Baptist, our Savior and Son, Jesus, or mine, some of y'all's, you know what I mean? How did they go out? Jesus is the only one that raised back from the dead. And the only two other people besides him was Enoch, which is a book they kept out of our Bible on purpose, and it was Elijah. And some people think that's going to be the two witnesses that are indestructible until the beast strikes them down, which is the devil himself. Yeah. Oh, by the way, before I get off here, and if you didn't know, you should see what Trump's thinking about building and putting in front of the White House. You'll love it. I think you'll love it. Guess what it's going to be? You know, the Roman Empire. God, why does everybody love the Romans so much? Yeah, they were smart and they had a bunch of good ideas. But, dude, that's the most sickest, fucked up place. Come on, man. You ain't read Caligula? You ain't read Nero? Hell, there's a lot more sick ones. Hell, there's sick popes all over the goddamn place. Some sick, twisted motherfucking shit back there. And I'm sorry if some of y'all don't like my language, but Grandpa was a sailor. Wouldn't want to let him down. But anyway, like I said, we're all different. But we all have the same belief. Nobody needs to be coming down on our motherfucking rights. We're paying for this goddamn country. They're not. All that money's coming from you and I. That's who that shit come from. And I'm gonna tell you what, it don't matter who you vote for. There may be a couple out there. But like I said before in my other video, in my county, my vote means .001. Think about that. You know, I say screw voting anymore. Get everybody in there out. At least in Texas. God, we gotta reform the hell out of that place. Jesus Christ, they can't make up their mind what they want to do. No, and I mean, you know, we ain't gotta break nothing. We just make sure they're all in there. When we all corral, when we all circle the son of a bitch, and we have a camp out. If there ain't human feces everywhere on the... Just saying. Heard a lot of people pissing shit in the street in Austin now. Used to be a clean place back in the day. Those days have changed, my friend. Those days have changed. If you don't believe me, ask some people that lived in Austin, dude. Yep, I guess we're going to have to start putting porta potties out there, Strickland. God dang, some people don't miss. Hell, they probably sit on the sidewalk right beside the porta potty. You know how them people are. A lot of people like that, dude. I can understand. But listen. If you're from Austin, you got a place to stay. Because there was all kinds of rules and shit back then. But it's like, I don't know. No, there are good people. No, there's a lot of good people that come from California. But it seemed like the bums came too. I mean, am I the only one fucking seeing that shit? And man, I hadn't been all around the world, but I've been to a lot of it. I've been all over the United States, almost. I've been to Mexico. I've been to Sweden. God dang, how many states? Been a bunch. Anyway, been all over my state. from the time I was 2 or 3 till now, I've probably been through most of this state. And that's a big area. But anyway, oh yeah, what's going to be on top of that arch in front of the White House? The statue, a copy of the Statue of Liberty with angel wings. And before I let you go, I'll tell you all about the Statue of Liberty. Did you know it originally had angel wings? Guess who brought it over here? France! A lot of people don't remember that. France brought that shit over here. You want to know why? You are the new Babylon. Shiner. They talk about Shiner in the Bible. Shiner was bad, right? We're the new Shiner, which is the new Babylon. You know, Tower of Babel? That same Babel. One. Yeah, where all the shit started. We're the new one. So, Muslims ain't totally off. But, I mean, what do you expect when you got a bunch of sickos running your country that are in secret cults? That nobody, no, not cults, cults, some of them. And to be clear, just the regular cult word, that just means a group of people that hang out together and have the same beliefs. That's all that means. Cult, totally different. Totally different in the bad way. Yeah, like, I'm gonna put a spell on that bastard. Black magic, that kind of shit. Yeah, some of these churches people, yeah, they do the same thing. You just don't hear about it. You hear about the bad shit they do with kids and stuff, but, Oh, and the Statue of Liberty, guess who she is? Artemis! Ah! Apollo's daughter. That is the Statue of Liberty. So that Bible in that hand, don't read too hard into that. I bet if you could get up there and it really had real pages in it, I bet you it would say something a hell of a lot different. Just catching you up on your new history, because we've been lied to for a long time, ladies and gentlemen. Hell, I was always told I was a white boy, and then I went to Sweden, and a drunk Swedish dude called me a lap. And in Sweden, a lap is like a Native American here, right? Like an Indian. He called me a lap and started cussing me out in Swedish. I said, dude, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I'm from Texas. And then he started talking in Swedish. I said, dude, I don't understand. You're too drunk and I don't understand what the fuck you're saying. And it's like, man, before I even get to find out what he's saying, I'd have beat his ass. But I was with these guys. Just got out of prison. This just tells you what kind of person I am. Just met these guys. Become best friends in no time. Drinking homemade vodka. This is at a music venue, by the way. Saw a lot of bands that day. Didn't get to see all of them, because some of them were playing on the big stage. Man, it was kind of like going to Vans Warped Tour. Except it wasn't hot. And you had trees you could camp under. It was like, 92 bands. And I had to pick and choose. Of course I went and saw Motorhead. You know I'm going to go see Motorhead. Saw Blur. I like them. They're pretty good. Damn, I saw an old band there. Well, that was back in '94 though. What was their name? Midnight Oil. Saw them. Oh shit! Pennywise. That's the first time I ever heard Pennywise. Pennywise was there. Let's see, who else? God, there's so many bands. I'd have to get the book and if I can find it. But yeah, y'all just remember that when you look at the Statue of Liberty now, think Artemis. And what was just named Artemis? Artemis 2! They got an Artemis 3 coming up! Why does the NASA keep naming their spaceships after occultists and fallen angels and shit and fallen fucking... I mean, does that not make you rethink everything? It should. Not all of our founding forefathers, or believe me, it would have got really freaking creepy. But I guarantee you, right now, Thomas Jefferson, Benjamin Franklin, I don't know how many others, yeah. Let's just say, Benjamin Franklin liked the occult. Loved the occult. Bet you didn't know that. Oh, by the way, you know it always shows him in the history books that we learned through in high school and through school that he flew the kite with the key on the end and the metal wire going through the string in the thunderstorm. No, he had his bastard son do it. You bet you didn't know he had a son. Well, let me just tell you, he was quite the ladies' man, our Mr. Benjamin Franklin. That's probably why he didn't become a president. Because number one, he wasn't going to get married. Number two, he loved the ladies too much, if you know what I mean. They even found an old picture that was hand-drawn by somebody. He wanted somebody to hand-draw a horse sitting in his lap. They found this. I'm not shitting you. Look it up. Guess what else they found under his old house he used to live in? Bones. Human bones. Ooh. That's Benjamin Franklin. And that's why he wasn't president. He said, no, I don't want to be president. I like my bad shit I do. That's why we got freedom of religion here. Because not everybody that came here believed the same way. Yes, there were occultists on the book. Like I said, Benjamin Franklin was one. But even he was smart enough to know we got to make a law and one law. You know, the Constitution, right? That's our laws. And as far as I'm concerned, they did a pretty damn good job for like a cultist and a womanizer, because Thomas Jefferson, if you're black and your last name's Jefferson, you might have money. Just saying, you might be a Jefferson. Let's just say, his slave numbers grew, but he never bought any more slaves. Yeah, that's Thomas Jefferson. And a lot of the kids that became slaves look just like him. Yeah, man, that's history. That's history. I guess George Washington was like the most divided one, the most even one. That's why they chose him. Now, Sam Adams, he wasn't for all their crap. Sam Adams was actually a good guy. Matter of fact, Sam Adams almost became president. But they thought he had too many Christian values. Yeah, just want to let you know all that stuff too. So, that's history with Chainsaw. Hope you enjoyed it. I know. I just had a fucking blast telling y'all about all this crazy shit. Well, if you don't believe it, if you didn't believe it before, you can now. You got all my faith. But believe in what you will. But I still say, if we want to keep America free, even for people that aren't from here but moved here to get away from the shit they were in, then we gotta start kicking the real bad guys out. I'm not worried about Hispanics, man. Not right now. Not every Hispanic's gonna kill you and stab you and kill that runs across the border of Venezuela or whatever. We got more issues to worry about than that. Like, Sharia law. And let me put it this way to you. Them some bitches can have as many wives as they want, and they'll breed us out. That was, hey, you know what Gaddafi said? A lot of you probably don't know who Muammar Gaddafi was. Gaddafi was over in Liberia. He was the king of Liberia. They called him what they call him? The mad dog of Liberia or something like that. I don't remember. It's been a while since I did anything on Gaddafi, but Gaddafi said, we're going to get rid of the U.S., and we're not even going to have to fire a shot. Think about that. You know how long ago that was? That was in 1994. Look at the world now. Because they did the same thing to everybody else too. Go to France. Go to Germany. Go to Europe. Anywhere. Go to Sweden. Go to Norway. Sharia law. Hope you enjoy it. Because it's coming. Like I said, we all need to get together and have a powwow. Something's got to happen, man. We got to do something. I don't know. Unless y'all can get together with me and help me figure it out. I don't know. We'll find out. Till next time. See you later, pal.